everyone, Kayla here, and welcome to my 6-month hair update. I will say up front that this is 6 months worth of hair updates and a detailed data-filled length check. So if that is too much for you, because it's going to be a long video now, it's difficult to do something like that in a short format. I apologize in advance, and you can click out, go watch other videos that are shorter, so on and so forth. Also, the sun is killing me. Florida does not know that it's fall yet. It is the hottest it has been in about a week or so, and the sun is never this blazing at this time of day, so I don't know what's going on. Well, scratch that. Yes, I do, because the days are changing, because I am the science teacher. So this update has a theme, guys. This update's theme is not. I am going to load you down with an update based on things that I have not been doing. Okay, so first of all, I have not been up on my vitamin regimen. My summer break occurred over this 6 months, and whenever I travel, I do not do the MSM powder portion of my regimen. The reason being is that I don't necessarily want to travel with white powder. It's not a good look, okay? So I have been consistent the whole time with my Biotin Burst, and I've been consistent with my multivitamin, but whenever I leave town, I just don't do the MSM powder. And also, if you add it up, I did the math. I was out of town a total of like 3 weeks. Then you add another week because I was out of town at the beginning of the week for the hurricane, came back, and the power was still off. The power was off a total of 8 days. So I was not using my coffee maker to make my garbanzo bean beverage that I have in the morning. So, and that's what I put my MSM powder in. So actually it was like a total of 4 weeks, which is basically a month in this 6-month period that I was not doing MSM powder. Another thing that I have not been doing, probably almost this entire period, has been regular scalp massages and inversion method scalp massages. They would just come up around, inversion method would come around the first of the month. That's whenever we would be going somewhere, or whenever I had company, because I did have company during this period for nearly 2 weeks. It's just I wasn't thinking about it, right? And then I was just off of the scalp massages from going in and out of town and doing this and that. So scalp massages and inversion method just fell to the wayside. And so I have been pretty much off of my entire hair growth regimen, the things that I have been doing to intentionally grow my hair. Overall, I've been just off of all of that stuff. Now let's talk about my regular regimen, things that I have been not doing there. Now the things I've been not doing there are positive things that I have eliminated on purpose. So the first thing that I have not been doing is I have not been doing clay rinses. I had intended for a while to break free of them, and I finally did it when I realized that they are pretty much not necessary for me. I still can achieve decent curl definition. It's more about my products and technique combined. Check out my wash and go video. And you know, I don't use it for cleansing. I don't use it for detangling or softening, any of those things that people tend to use the clay rinses for. The only thing I was using it for, the only reason why I was still hanging on to it, was for curl definition, and I found that it's just not necessary. So I don't do those anymore. Also, along the lines of the curl definition, I no longer use a curl cream when I go to do my wash and go. I used to do a leave-in and a curl cream and a gel. I found that method really drenched my hair with moisture, really pulled my hair down, and helped me to get curl definition. It's not necessary anymore. It's like an extra product that I'm putting on my hair. If you need that and it works well for your hair, definitely, by all means, if you were inspired by my video and it's been working for you, do it. But I have eliminated that step, and now I achieve the curl definition. So the last couple of wash and goes and the last few videos before this, I think they looked pretty decent. They might have been a little old, so they start to develop product-y, whatever, because they're old. But overall, I thought the definition of those were pretty good, and those have been done with just a leave-in and a gel, and that's all. And it's cutting down a whole product for me to buy. You may have noticed that my last empties was slightly smaller than my usual empties, and that's because I am no longer using the curl cream. Another thing that I've eliminated from my regimen is washing my hair once a week. I used to be really big, wash your hair once a week, your hair's going to be dry, it's going to break. Or I would say, there's going to be tons of shed hair and you're going to have to deal with all the shed hair. or, you know, it's going to be harder for you to detangle, so on and so forth. And that was true for me in that moment. But now I'm finding that I am able to go, I've done 11 days. 11 days is my average. More times than not, I can do 11 days. I've done 14 days. If I'm really busy, I will stretch all the way to 14 and do like a pony puff or a bun or something like that before I wash my hair again. And I'm not a part of that whole dirty hair bros club. I'm not there. But the thing is, I feel like I'm decreasing manipulation. And if my curls are still looking decent, and if my hair doesn't feel dry, then I don't need to wash my hair so frequently. So it's been maybe a month or 2 to 3 months maybe, that I have been just kind of paying attention to my hair to decide when I was gonna wash it. I have noticed that there is less shed hair overall. I am not in a high shed season, because I do have seasons where I have tons of shed hair and seasons when I don't have a lot of shed hair. I'm meaning to track it so that I know when those are every year, but for right now, I guess I can say when I go watch this video again, for future knowledge, that summer is probably likely not a heavy shed month for me. And I guess spring, not spring either, because spring is also included in this update. So I'm guessing that spring and summer are just not heavy shed seasons for me, because they're just not, you know, super sheddy. I actually have been using a real deep conditioner now, which is probably making some people celebrate. It's not because the instant conditioners weren't working, it's just because the deep conditioner is cheap. I can get it so cheap, and I can get it on sale consistently. I've been using the Naturally Silk Elements deep conditioner, and yeah, it's a matter of cost. And I'm also able to use it almost an entire month for a jar of deep conditioner, which for me is great, because these twists might be fooling you because my hair is all compact and da da da, but yeah, there's a lot of hair here. My hair is very thick. Like, I've had people at salons, like professional people, be like, girl, this is some thick hair, oh my god. So yeah, it's a lot of hair, so it needs a lot of product, and thankfully I'm able to use this deep conditioner without much issue, and so I'm really happy with that product. Just in case it may be of note for me to watch this later or something like that. So anyhow, on to the trimming, as I was saying. I had been trimming more from the front for the trims before this most recent one, and the trim that I had before the October trim, I incorporated smoothing my fingers down my twist, and doing that I noticed that there was a lot of little single strand knots that I could feel, little beady feels, like a pinprick type feel, and I cut all of those off. I'm happy to say 3 months later, as I feel through, I don't feel any of them, so they have not taken it upon themselves to reform. I know at the last update there was a period of time where I really wasn't wearing good wash and goes. I was kind of experimenting with products. I've been wearing consistent, fully defined wash and goes for most of this update period, and maybe, perhaps, that may have something to do with why I don't have the knots on my hair. I think that might be a factor, but I have not done the trim yet. By the time the video goes up, I will have done it, and then have done the length check and added that onto the video. But for now, I notice, and I know the sun is killing me, but it's not as bushy in the front with the twist. They're pretty much consistent from root to tip, which is really great progress. Also, overall, the twists look about like my hair looked when my hair was at its prime. It was that year before, it was the summer before we moved here, when we lived in our old house in another part of Florida. My hair was thriving then. That was, you know, around the time I filmed that Diana Ross video and stuff, like right before that. My twist looked about this long. My wet hair looked like my wet hair now looks. So I was really happy with that. So, you know, I feel like my twists have come full circle, and I'm not really going to trim much off of this, if anything at all, when I actually get around to doing the trim, because it's definitely looks even better than it did 6 months ago in my other video. Like, really. Well, my hair wasn't twisted in that video, but around that time period is what I mean. Actually, scratch that, because I did film myself doing a trim in that video, and you can see the twist that I had from 6 months ago, and I believe that this definitely, more progress has been made here, and they look way better than they did even 6 months ago, which is great. As far as my hair growth, I have noticed that the right side on the back grows faster than the left side. At first I thought it was because I was trimming too much from this side. No, this side just grows faster. The longest piece of hair on here, when I pull it down, is darn near waist length. So my hair has definitely been on the up and up, and there may be some measurement errors in the length check because I'm only human, but I can visually see that my hair has grown, and I'm really, really excited about it. So I plan to get back on my game and be ready to bring the fire with my next update, which will be in April of 2018. Ooh, look at 2018. I will do like a little state of the hair address thing I do in January, where I just talk about my hair goals and stuff like that and address the previous year's video. But so I guess that's the next time you'll see me, and not April 2018. Yeah, okay. So with that said, enjoy the length check data.
Okay, so I have recorded this voiceover, no lie, like 3 or 4 times. So the first thing that I'm going to say is that I do think that there has been an issue of human error when it comes to measuring my hair. And I think that I am no longer going to measure my hair with a tape measurer. I'm just going to use the visual body point style of measuring, where you pull your hair down and use comparison pictures like I used to do. Because you can see between January and April, which is 3 months, you can see my hair going from dancing around my nose to dancing around the top of my lip. You can see from April to October, which is a 6 months different, that my hair is from the bottom of my lips or top of my lips or what have you to past my chin. But the numbers are just not showing the same thing that the pictures are showing. Also, I think I did the below average, and whatnot on the side. I don't know what period I was writing those for. I think I intended it to be for the 6 month period, but I think I may have done it for average or below average for a regular 6 month period. So the period between the 2 months, I think, is what I did, because between April and October, an average growth rate would have been a difference of 3 inches. And you can see there's not 3 inches, but the picture is showing something that looked like it might be a little closer to 3 inches, if not more. So the front here went up 1.5 inches, and I have it listed as below average. For a 6 month period, that is below average, and also for a 9 month period, if I calculate it from January, that is also below average. On the left, I went up 2.5 inches, and that's not above average for that period. That's about average, because I do trim my hair a little bit before these these photos sometimes, if I trim at all. And like I said, the average would be 3 inches. So, and then on the right side of my head, I went up 1.5 inches as well, and I have average here, but that's really below average if you're looking at 6 months, and below average if you're looking at a 9 month period. So I don't know what I was thinking, y'all. But anyhow, moving to the back of my hair, it stayed the same. I do think from the photos it looks like it stayed pretty much the same, and I put above average, but really I think I might have added together the other one or something like that. But for this period, that's actually below average. So I don't know what those ones on the side say, or like where I was calculating that from. Just ignore that, because it's wrong, and just look at how much my hair grew between the 6 months. And I do think that those numbers are probably not 100% accurate when you actually look at the picture of my hair. And I even tried parting my hair differently, because I thought maybe I accidentally put too much hair from the back and it like made it look longer in the front. No, that is the hair that would normally be in the front of my head if I had my hair parted to the left, which is my normal preferred parting, and I just moved the hair over, which is what I did for the other ones. I can tell that's what I did for the other pictures. So no, my hair is that much longer in the front. So ain't no way these numbers are correct. So look out for a different style of length check coming at you, because I just can't do it this way anymore, because it's not working.
Thank you so much for watching this long video. I thank you so much for continuing to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you comment, give it a thumbs up, and share, and I will talk to you guys in my next video.